So Matt and I have been dating since high school, and we've been together for about 6 years now. Though we've had quite an impressive history, I'd be lying if I told you it's all been rainbows and butterflies. It's been anything but easy. It all started when my mom thought it'd be a good idea to set us up. Knowing that my mom really liked the guy helped, but I still had my doubts and insecurities. I reluctantly agreed to give him a chance, but he was just so hard to figure out. Countless nights I stayed up talking to my mom, asking for help, and going over problem after problem. She was really encouraging, patient, and positive, and gave me confidence that our relationship would get better as long as I kept working at it. Questions were a big part of her approach.
The best thing to do at this point?
I don't know. I don't know what to do now.
Well, do you just want to give up because it's hard?
Yes.
Or do you really want to work through it with Mr. Matt? With Matt?
I don't know. At first, my mom and I had really different impressions of Matt. She was always saying how fun and intriguing he was and loved hearing all about his new theories, while I thought he was just plain confusing. Sometimes he seemed so rational where everything made sense, yet at other times he was completely irrational. There were too many variables to take into account, and it was so draining. But for some reason, I wanted to figure him out. I was curious. I was interested. Interested? Could I really be interested in him? After all we had been through in high school, I thought it must get easier. However, I quickly discovered that I was wrong. Math only got more confusing. I studied him, looked over my notes, stayed up late just waiting for it to click. So off I went to college, complete with a new backpack, bedroom decor, and believe it or not, math. That's right, he came with me to UCSD. I declared him mine. After all we had been through in high school, I thought it must get easier from here. However, I quickly discovered that I was wrong. Math only got more confusing. I studied him, looked over my notes, stayed up late just waiting for it to click. I rode the bus away in tears thinking, all of this hard work for nothing? When will it pay off? When will we be happy? I pleaded. Can't you please just make this easier for me?
Nope. Where's your sense of adventure, Erin? There's more to me than you think there is.
I endured 4 long years of contemplating, studying, testing, and arguing with Math at UCSD, and through it all, our relationship held on. Something began to change inside me, and I actually felt like there might be a promising future for Math and I after all. I was committed. For some strange reason, I was committed to him. I couldn't picture my life without him and desired oh so ever to be with him. Thus, it didn't come as a surprise when one day he got down on one knee and proposed. We set our date, July 16th, 15 months exactly until our marriage. In preparation for our marriage, we started counseling. During grad school, I learned all kinds of things about Matt that I never knew, especially how he had a strange way of interacting with others, especially with 14, 15-year-olds. So I started talking to my older, wiser friends, Rachel, Chris, Libby, Marcia, Claire, Russie, and Jim. You know the group. They offered various strategies for helping Math get along with these freshmen and ways to make Math seem welcoming, fun, and just as valuable a friend as his cousins' history, science, and language. I was obsessed with figuring out how I could make these kids like Math because he means so much to me and I really want them to get to know him too. Some of the most important things I learned from my wise friends were, and I finally got to test all I had learned in all my preparation for the interaction between Math and these scary freshmen at our daily meetings at Sarah High School. It is too hard to recall all that happened during these months. The students were shy at first, very conserved, polite, and somewhat accepting of Math. However, as time went on, it became very difficult to keep the peace between the students and Math. I relied on the presence of aides and other faculty to help. The students began to rebel and question my upcoming marriage to Math. They said,
"There's so many aides watching this."
Question?
Do you really need this much help?
How old are you anyways?
Are you old enough to be getting married? This must be your first relationship.
But I didn't let them bring me down, and pretty soon they realized that Math was not going anywhere. I got better at emphasizing all of Math's good qualities and presenting all of the different ways to approach his more challenging sides. I realized that in order for students to like Math and understand him, I must relate my students' interests to his unique qualities. Well, as time went on and our wedding date grew closer, I not only grew in my love for Math, but I also grew in the ways that I shared Math with others. I know that the road ahead won't be easy and that I'll face new obstacles that challenge me in different ways. I also know that this marriage will last and that I'll always have the support of my wise friends and family to get me through it.
it's all